I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful duct tape rose pen. To make the duct tape pen, you would need two different types of duct tape. For example, a solid color and then any type of design. You would also need an X-Acto knife, a ruler, some pens of course, and some gemstones, and then also a glue gun. The kind of pens that I like to use would be the Bic Extra Life, just because they do last a little bit longer than other pens that I've used. So I started to cut the duct tape petals, the inner petals, which is these red petals here in the middle. So you would need 16 of them at 1.5 inches long. So you would just continue to cut 1.5 inches using your X-Acto knife, a ruler, and your self healing mat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now I'm going to go ahead and make the actual outer petals here. So what you would need is you would need 4 of these outer petal hearts, and you would need to cut those at 3 inches each. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing that. For the actual body of the pen, you would just need 4 inches and a quarter. And then for the lid, you would just need 1 inch and a quarter. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fold the petals. So for the first 16 petals, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and fold them kind of like a triangle. And you have to leave a little bit of space here so that'll be able to stick to the edge of the pen, which is like right around here. Okay, so we're just going to keep on doing that. Let me show you a few times. We're going to go ahead and fold like a triangle, and then keep a little bit of space there. And then what I'm doing is I'm actually just kind of layering them on the side, getting them ready to just prepping everything, you know, just with everything you have to prep. So again, you would just kind of, you know, fold it like a triangle, like this. It doesn't have to be perfect because these are petals, so. And then just keep on doing that 16 times. Let me show you a few more times. Okay. And again, these are really cool gifts to give to anybody. So just fold it like a triangle, let it leave a little bit of space there so you can have that sticky part to be able to stick to the actual pen. It definitely is a little bit of time consuming, but it's worth if you like to make personalized gifts for people. These are one thing that you can make, and you can choose different types of, you know, duct tape designs, different types of petals. You don't have to always use red. You can use pink, any color you want, yellow, whatever. You know, the options that you can do and choose from is just beyond. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep continuing to do that. Okay, now that I'm done with the 16 inner petals, I'm going to go ahead and work on the 4 outer petals. So same thing. What you would do is you would do the same kind of triangle, but a longer one. And you want to leave a little bit of room in there so that you're able to stick it to the pen. Okay, just prep that. So right now, again, we're just prepping everything. So let me show you how to do this. So we're just doing like a triangle. It's okay if it's not perfect. You can always fix it and put that like one of the first triangles. I mean, sorry, one of the first petals to put in there. So they don't have to be perfect. because they're handmade, so that's okay. See, that's what we're making today. Okay, one more triangle here. Here we go. The next thing you want to do is put the gemstone on the pen. This is the cap here, and then this is the pen. So you would put some glue on there, just a little bit. And then you would put your gemstone on there. Just be careful you don't burn yourself. Okay. So it's like in the middle there. And then now what you want to do is you're going to go ahead and put this piece here on the body of the pen. So I'm going to go ahead and put that like this. It's a little sticky, but that's okay. And I'm going to do it at the edge of the pen where the gemstone is. And you kind of got to pull tightly and roll it. Okay? So when you close your pen, you're able to close it. That's okay if, you know, if it has a little bit of space, because that's where our petals are going to go. So then you want to also cover this as well with the design duct tape. And same thing, you're just going to go ahead and make sure it's at the top here at the edge. And then just kind of roll it tightly. Just doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it to look presentable and cute. Okay. And again, just kind of, you might have to play with it a little bit to get it so it doesn't have any bumps and it's pretty much even. And then from here, you can go ahead and add a little bit of super glue, just because sometimes with weather and things, it'll tend to start coming off, like the tape will tend to like come apart. So I used a little bit of super glue because I've learned from the past. So you want to make sure, just put a little bit on there to make sure it stays, you know, for a long time. It doesn't start peeling away when it's hot, especially when it's in the summer here. The petals start to come apart. So we're going to go ahead and move on. So from here, what you want to do is get your first petal and kind of angle it where it's like in the middle, shorter. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing with the next petal. And make sure it's kind of like angled like evenly. So, and then we're going to do four at this same size, same length. So see how they're all pretty much like the same size and around each other. So 4, and that's why we need 16 of them, because we're going to do the same process 4 times. So we're going to do it again, but now we're going to kind of do like the opposite of where we first had it. And we can do it at the same length as well. So we're going to do it 4 times again, but you see how we're doing it, we're covering up the spaces. Okay, see how it's looking pretty already? So, and then so now we're going to do another 4 going around, and I'm going to follow my first petal. So I'm going to go ahead and follow that first petal, and it's pretty much the same length as far as you taping it around, and you're folding it down ways. So I'm going to follow my first petal. So this one here is next. So again, see how I am making it the same length, and I'm taping it, like pushing it downwards towards the pen, if that makes sense. Okay, so we keep on going. Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to do the 4th petal, and we can pretty much just, so you kind of have to, there's no right or wrong way to do it. You just have to follow the, what you think would fit looking like a flower. You have to eyeball it. So for me, it helps me to see this, if this 3 here, if you can see it. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go ahead and put that next to it, and I'm basically filling up the spaces. So you see how there's a space here, and then I see a space here. I'm going to go ahead and fill that up. Here's another space. Actually, I like it right here better. And then one more space here. If you see this, you can just kind of undo that. Okay. All right. We're almost done here with our duct tape pen. So now the last thing to do is the 4 outer petals, which is these outer petals here. So we're basically going to have it come up just a little bit. So if you can see it here, and then tape it wrap it around the red tape. Okay. So this was the one, actually, yeah, that was the first one that was, actually this one was. So this one can go on to the second one. So like I said, even though if you kind of mess up a little bit, that's okay, because you can hide it, like what I'm saying here in the bottom. And then we can stick it to that. Okay. And then we can just keep continuing on to the last one. But see, you can take it off because you want these outer ones to be the same length, but a little bit higher from the other petals. So that's what we're doing. And then once you've are done, you can look at it. It looks so beautiful. With your last 2 edges of the duct tape, I would put a little bit of hot glue there, and then seal it so that it's more secured and it won't start coming apart. Okay, so this is your duct tape pen that's very easy to make, and it's a very, very beautiful gift to give to anybody. They would definitely appreciate it. Everyone needs pens, and it's easy to find. So it's not like a regular pen. It's an actual pen that's unique and easy to find and just there when someone needs it. Thank you for spending time with me, and hope you enjoyed the video.